Yo, 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 Fake Radio. Here with a special guest today. Introduce yourself.
Hey, it's your boy Rio Westside from the Bay Area. You know what I mean?
Westside.
510-925 shit.
Yeah.
Shout out to Oakland.
Oakland,
Oakland,
so
California.
From the Bay.
Yes, sir.
So, when did you move out here?
Moved out to LA 2022.
Got you.
Been out here, just kind of trying to make the connects, you know what I mean? Especially with all the good studios down here, you know what I mean? So
yeah. And so what about growing up in the Bay, the music scene, very vibrant over there? What kind of influenced you and your sound?
Oh man, there's a lot. There's so much. There's so much that influences you in the Bay, but just from a Bay perspective, I will say like a lot of the hyphy movement for sure. Mm-hmm. But even just that time of music, like that mid 2000s to like late 2010s, right? Or like early 2010s, like blog era type shit. So so I got inspired by a lot of like of course Too Short, Mac Dre, Keek the Sneak, like you know what I mean, all that good shit. Yeah. E40, shout out to E40 as well. Yeah. But as I got older, it was more like Wiz Khalifa, Schoolboy Q, Weeknd, and like Kendrick, and Odd Future, for sure. Odd Future. I started rapping really, because of fucking Earl Sweatshirt,
for sure, for real.
And Method Man too. So I got a lot of shit. Sure, a lot of you get a lot of cultures in the Bay.
A lot of in your music specifically. I catch a lot of Jaden Smith too.
Okay, I fucked with that. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I get inspired by a lot of different things. I will say that, but. I do respect for Jaden because Jaden was rapping. Mm-hmm. I think I was like 17
when he started rapping.
When he was like rapping like on his underground shit, like right before he dropped Sire. Right, he was dropping all these tracks with that one dude. I can't remember his fucking name. Yeah. But I could see that. I could see that. Yeah, no, it's definitely cool.
Fun with it, and you just dropped. As this recording, you just dropped the new EP, Poppin' B. Yep. With King Hazel. Yes, sir. So he has like vocals on.
No, he's production. He's production. Yeah. I like to feature my producers as artists. Right. Yeah. Because that's the main thing. I wouldn't be here without like a lot of producers that kind of work with me. Well, two main ones. But King Hazel has been a part of like my musical journey.
Yeah. So how'd you meet him? How'd that?
Oh man, I moved from San Francisco because I was going to college out there. I went to San Francisco State. Yeah, and then I moved from San Francisco to Sacramento with my homie Cello, who I moved down here with, and he ended up running into King Hazel, and so that was like that's the Sac Town's very own experience. So shout out to Sac Town. Sac Town has always been cool up there, but that's why I met Hazel. Cool.
And he got the hardest beat tags too. Like every time I'm like, ooh shit.
Yeah, he does. He has some great beats too. He's like very versatile. I will say that. Like Hazel's one of those people where it's like you can give him some shit and he'll be like, okay, I'll come back to you like a couple of hours later or like at least a day later and give you like chops. Some good chops. No.
Crazy shit. And so you moved out here with Cello. How long have you known Cello? How long?
Man, me and Cello have been going back for a minute. Like, at least since, 8 years old, for sure. Wow. Yeah. Wow. So that's, a real childhood friend. Yeah. He's family now.
True.
So, just being in the East Bay, met him for a long, his family has always been kind of intertwined with my family. You.
And you moved out here with him at the same time. Do y'all live together? Y'all live separately?
So we moved down here together. I just moved into my own spot now. But they're still down here. Him and Hazel still have a place.
Got you.
Yeah, so we were all living together in the house, and then I just ended up getting my space this year because, just wanted to expand a little bit. Get your own.
Yep, and you got 2 projects with Cello.
Vertigo 1.
Vertigo 1 and Vertigo 2. Hella y'all like a lot of the early stuff is on some rap shit, but y'all kind of switch it up, do a lot of kind of alternative stuff. What kind of inspired y'all to kind of go for your collab projects to kind of go in that route?
I would say it was just a difference of everything. I think we kind of wanted to stand out. Yeah. Because the Bay Area, as much as I love NorCal, we kind of have this one sound where it's a mix of SOBRBE, all that type of Shoreline Mafia, all that type of sound. And I don't like always doing that sound, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So we always tried to like dive into like what wouldn't make us different. And we listened to a lot of different things growing up, so it was just like we could just pull from alternative stuff. We was pulling from a lot of melodic R&B from like the early 2000s. So like
the new one called Pop and B, like that.
Yeah, exactly, the Pop and B. That's why I had to drop that, because it was like, yo, like let me show this side, because we could all rap all day, but if you could show that you could be versatile, I think that was like the important factor for us.
And I noticed on your first solo project you sampled Fleetwood Mac. What was kind of like who produced that?
Me. I did. I did. And it was funny too, because remember the skateboard dude with the cranberry?
Yeah.
So this is like 6 months before that.
Gotcha.
Before that even popped off. And that song Recovery, man, that was like one of my first songs where I was like, okay, I could produce.
Yeah.
And I can mix a little bit. Like, you know what I mean?
You flipped it well too. I was like, oh, is it like
it took me I remember that was a dark time in my life when I was doing that, but
because that was like 2020 pandemic.
That was like 2019.
Got you.
2018. Actually the end of 2018 going into 2019.
You dropped the first project with was it Bello?
No, it was just that first project where I think oh, you talking about Bodie?
Yeah, Bodie, yeah, my bad.
Bodie, yeah. Shout out to Jay Bodie.
Bodie,
yeah. So me and Bodie, that was like my first like attempt at like trying to like collab with people.
Got you, yeah.
And we were at SF State just running it up, just
that was just the homie from college.
Bruh, I'm telling you, that was the days of 240 ounces and drink all you want, and then oh shit, there's a mic, fuck it, So shout out to Jay Bodie though, because he was
hard,
we was going crazy in that.
Who produced those songs?
Man, many people.
Yeah,
many people. It was a lot of people we were working with at SF State. But also too, that was the days of like BeatStars and like YouTube Beats reaching out to the producer type deal. So really appreciate those people who had those beats up, because those are timeless classics too.
Yeah, cool. But then back to that was like your first attempt with Recovery, and then I noticed on your next project you got Recovery Part 2. What's like the link between those?
I will say it's more like heartbreak.
Got you.
Dealing with heartbreak.
Got you.
I think the first Recovery, if you listen to it, it's like kind of me like going through my emotions and how like just being like a black man, like. Sometimes, like, when you're in a relationship, you don't get deemed as human. Right. So I was like, fuck, I got to recover from, like, this sickness that I feel. Yeah. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to call it Recovery. And then the Fleetwood Mac sample, I was like, yo, like, this shit goes crazy. Yeah. So, and then Recovery Part 2 was just kind of like an extension of that. It was more, like, upbeat. I got inspired by, like, Uzi off that one, because it was that. Yeah. It was kind of like a Uzi type beat.
Right, that's true.
Yeah, it was kind of like a Uzi type beat, and I was like, it reminded me of that song For Fun. Yeah. So I remember recording Part 2 to that, and I was just like, yo, this shit go crazy. Like, it could be a little fun sad. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, you got a lot of songs. So we got what was the inspiration behind the like 1 and 0 kind of naming the theming of your music? What was the inspiration behind that?
Well, my name is Mario originally, and my grandmother's birthday was March 10th.
Got you.
So the 1 and the 0.
Got you.
There we go. Mario. That's why. And also too, I'm a computer engineer in my day. So the 1s and 0s, the binary code.
I assume that it had something to do with like coding.
Exactly. So I had to tie it in, but it really started from birth. Like shout out to my grandma Lois.
Yeah, March 10th. That's it's not Aries, right? That's
Pisces.
It's Pisces,
yeah. My grandma was a Pisces.
Yeah.
All the women I've had relationships with ended up being Pisces. I don't know how that happened.
That's crazy.
And
you were close with your grandmother?
No, she actually passed before I was born.
Got you.
But she already had that name.
Yeah.
Like just for like, my father. and then he passed it on to me. So
because was her name like Maria? Or
no, her name was Lois.
Okay,
but she had a 0 and a 1 in her name.
Oh,
so it's like it's all crazy, like
and
how
you
it comes
felt
together.
Rooted in your grandmother. And
Exactly.
Got you. I like that.
Yeah, that's the Detroit side of the family too. Shout out to Detroit.
You go there often?
I went there last year and met them.
Okay.
Met
them for the first time.
For the first time. Like that was beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah, they drink a lot of brown liquor in Detroit though. Y'all had me drunk.
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro. That shit's hella funny. But shout out to the Motown Museum. That shit's beautiful too.
Yeah.
Detroit's been coming up though.
It is. No.
It's coming up.
I gotta go to Detroit. I fuck with Detroit. I love the music out of there too. The whole Michigan. That shit. Yeah, I should go.
Yeah, no, I'd still be listening to a lot of rap from out there for sure. Like RMC Mike, Rio the Young OG's cool.
What's his name? RX and Nephew.
Yep. Him and Sada Baby.
Sada Baby, yo.
Sada Babies go crazy.
I fuck with all them. I love the song on your new album, Choices.
Oh yeah. Thank you, bro.
What's the story behind that song?
Man, Choices was an attempt to try to make something like I don't know. I was trying to be more melodic on that Ones and Zeros album.
Right.
But I also wanted like a tempo change.
Yeah.
Tempo change, beat tempos. I really like fast kicks, kick drums, and I remember like laying down the melody, and I was like, man, this is just be a dance track.
Yeah. Like
at the most part, at the heart of it, because I didn't really feel like rapping over it.
Yeah.
Because it was just like like it was like a good melody to go to. So, it took me a minute to kind of perfect the mix on that. Yeah. Because I mixed that shit for like 6 months, bro. Yeah. Like that shit was good. Like I think I recorded that like the summer of 22, and like. Yeah, I didn't mix it all the way until fucking December. Like, I was in New York for the first time, and I remember just, like, mixing it and just being like, yo, like, this shit sounds nice. Yeah. So, yeah, no, I really enjoy Choices, though. Choices is one of my favorite songs to play for people because it just shows that, oh, okay, he does this shit. Yeah. So when they hear my rap shit, they actually get more comfortable with it. Like, you know what I mean? They can see, like, the different sides of me. That's the one thing. I'm trying to be multidimensional when it comes to the music.
No, absolutely. Respect. No. It's like, I feel like a lot of artists now, it's like, it's hard to put them in a box. Like, a lot of the, like, main artists like, on the come, like Tizo Touchdown. Yeah, like, Jaden Smith, like we mentioned before. Like, a lot of the people who are, like Lance Foe, like, a lot of people who are, like, hot. Like, Cash Cobain, like, they all, like, you know, they do different shit. Like,
it's funny because the melodies and the trap elements are really taking over now. True. And it's beautiful because it's like now people are making like songs. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then like kind of like back in the day it was just like mostly raps. And, you know what I mean? But now you can see like everybody's trying to make songs and that's pretty good. Like it's always good to have like some diversity into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And I see you dropped a deluxe for your project. Yeah. What kind of why did those songs not make the original album? Kind of what inspired you to put certain songs in the deluxe, certain songs on the
I think the 6 songs that I added to the deluxe I did after the album. Got you. And plus I wanted to revamp kind of like, you know, what Choices was on. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? I love Choices. I love Maney. There's a song called Info. Yep. That's crazy too. I have a great video to that too. Oh, word? Yeah, that video goes crazy. Shout out to Isaiah Anderson for that. But also too, like you know, it was just something I wanted to try. I never did a deluxe. Yeah. And I was like, you know what, this would be one thing that will have a deluxe to it. Because the Life of Ones and Zeros is like a project like I always wanted to make. Yeah. Like since I was like 20.
Because isn't the first project you did, it was called like the Prereq. So that was like the prequel to that album. Yeah. How'd you know that this was like the time for you to like kind of drop? You're like, and what's the difference between the prereqs and the?
So the prereqs was like kind of an introductory to like my mind.
Got you.
It was more of a thing where I was trying to like mix math, coding, and psychology.
Yeah, trying to like tell people like who you are. Because I know on that song on that album you got like the 2014 song. Where you were talking about getting more. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. Gotcha. And excuse me, but. I think the prereqs was just an idea of like here's like a a prerequisite that you guys have to go through to get to like
Right.
my understanding of mine.
Got you.
But also too, I wanted to show that, you know, you could be different. Like there wasn't a lot of people that I know and still now that are like, you know, really pushing like, you know, what they actually do.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like I'm not really in the streets. I'm from there, but like, you know what I mean? I grew up loving science and math and music.
And you do coding and shit.
And I do coding and shit.
Yeah.
So that's where it was like coming from. And so I was like, well, if I introduced it as the prereqs, then the life of ones and zeros came like 5 years later after that. So I was like, okay, this is like a grown up version of where I'm at now.
And then when we got life of ones and zeros, like what's that? So that's about introducing who you are, and then what's the life of ones and zeros? What's that kind of main concept of that?
So the main concept is like zero, like meaning like you won't change.
Got you.
And then one is like representing change.
Got you.
So, you know, if 0 equals 1, it's like, oh damn, like how do you get from that one side to another?
Close.
So it's, you know, it's like a mathematical representation of transformation.
Yeah.
To me, you know what I mean? There's a lot of shit that could be explained throughout life through math. And, you know, me being nerdy, me being geeky, a little geeked up.
Do you think that your coding experience has kind of helped you with producing and making beats and that kind of?
I will say that, it helps me get used to like different like
software.
DAWs. Different DAW software. Being able to kind of navigate digital signal processing.
Got you.
Because that was a part of my degree of engineering. Like you got to read waveforms, and so I had a good ear for a lot of things. Also, so that also helped. But learn how to read waveforms, and then I was like, hold on, this is what audio engineers do too. So, and SF State has a great audio and like radio fucking media arts program. There's only like 3 programs that are great at SF State. Like you can go do ethnic studies, business, engineering, 4, and then you do media.
Got you.
Media broadcasting arts. So
Okay.
I hit all of those pillars when I was there.
That's what's up. That's you made the most out of your educational.
Had to, bro. Had to, bro.
And you dropped the Prophet EP also with King Hazel. So what's the difference between the Pop and B EP and the Prophet EP?
I think Prophet EP was more of like me. I wanted to do more raps, and I was coming from a perspective of you know, just getting back to my roots, because I think I started off doing more boom bap stuff,
right? And
that also showed more of my production. Like King Hazel's on 2 tracks of those,
right?
But the rest is produced by me.
Got you.
So I, you know, because we, you know, it was some good heavy bars, and I think Prophet just came in my head because I was just like, I had that picture of me being
the album art.
The album art. It was like me and my like little pre-K graduation at some little Christian school in Oakland. Shout out to Axe. We was there up there.
There we go.
And then that's Deep East Oakland. Oh my God, that was so long ago. But yeah, man, it was just. I think the Prophet EP was just kind of showing that, you know, my intellect is just as good as my creativity.
Word.
Rapping wise.
Fire.
So that was like kind of like, you know, the main thing for that. And now that I'm producing more and, you know, just getting kind of like my proficiency up in that, like, you know what I mean? I think it was just a good time, because some of those beats, like, people still come to me and be like, yo, like, I love this beat, like Torch. That beat Torch, I remember.
That one goes hard.
I chopped that one up when I was in Tahoe last year.
Oh, wow.
And that shit was beautiful, bro. I was like, yo, niggas off shrooms. It was off shrooms, hella weed, hella trees, hella water. Like, it's like, I love making music in Tahoe. I made 2 tracks in Tahoe.
You go there a lot?
Nah, not anymore like I used to. I probably go like once every other year. But yeah, like, it's nice up there. I love Tahoe.
Yeah. And so you're working on more EPs. You working on a new project. What's next for Rio Westside?
There's a lot, bro. I'm gonna try to get into acting this year.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, I've been trying to like get the comedic bag going, or like at least voice acting. That type of stuff.
You auditioning and shit?
Yep, doing some auditions, doing a few like solo like projects right now.
That's exciting.
I'm also doing some audio engineering for some documentaries this year as well. But as far as music goes, I got one project with the homie No Lyrics.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so no lyrics.
You did the song TH with him, right?
Yeah, TNH,
yeah. How'd that song come about?
Man, that was another SF State guy.
Got you.
But we ended up like just linking up after.
Yeah.
And we were like, bro, we just gotta create some fucking art. And he's like a producer and a videographer at the same time.
Does he do your visuals too?
He does most of my visuals. Most of the stuff that you see on my IG is no lyrics.
Okay, yeah.
There's no lyrics on there. So shout out to No Lyrics. He goes crazy.
No lyrics.
Goes crazy. But yeah, no, we made a lot of music together. He was like one of my first influences on the stuff. Cause we used to live together in SF. So
okay, got you. With Bodie.
No, Bodie lived down the street at the time.
Okay, so y'all live close.
Yeah. So we were pretty close because when you go to San Francisco State, it's at the edge of San Francisco, which is like there's like a mile left of San Francisco, and then go to this other city called Daly City.
Got you.
So we were at the time living next to the Daly City BART, which is like 2 minutes away from SF State, and so he lived down the street from that BART, and I lived up the street, up the hill.
Got you.
So yeah, no, it was a lot, but yeah, just to circle back, me and No Lyrics gonna have our third project together,
Yep.
Sedatives and Stimulus 3.
Okay, yeah.
So we'll have that coming out later in the fall. I'm like halfway done with it now, but we got to go back in the lab and really like kind of like fine tune like different beats.
Yeah.
And then the lyrics usually flow. I write every day, so
yeah.
That'll be good to put together.
Clutch.
And then another project I'm looking to put out is with the homie Bobby.
Bobby?
Bobby. He produces a lot of good shit.
Okay.
And shout out to Bobby Gars. But me and him been kind of locked in.
Cool.
And I'm just on a feature run. Shout out to Timeless. Me and Timeless.
Yeah, you got the Timeless.
Yeah, shout out to Timeless. We just did 101. So that went up. That went up last week, so that was beautiful. So shout out to Timeless.
Yeah. How did you just meet him at like a Sunday Sound?
Yep.
Got you.
That's where I met. I met Timeless. I met a lot of people at Sunday Sound.
You met.
Man.
Met a lot of people. Yep.
Yeah. Shout out to Barry from Green Tea.
Yep.
Because that was one of the first people that was like open with his stews like that, down here, and then yeah, man, it's been a good community. Like the thing about LA is like as spread out as it is, you got to find your community.
It's small though, it's tight. Like a lot of people, like I see the same people when I go out type shit.
Exactly, especially if you're like trying to be in the underground scene out here. Like you're gonna run into mostly everybody. But
I saw like a music video the other day, and like Mavi was in it, and like a bunch of people, like industry people, but like. It was at like Slide Through, which is a venue I've been to multiple times.
Oh, okay.
And it was like mad people who I knew like in the video. I was like, I know like half of these people. Like, that dude's been on the podcast before. I was like, like people just kind of know each other out here. Like I was like, oh damn, like
it's a good ecosystem. There's
a real community out here. Like,
man.
Well, so you got those two projects on the way.
Yeah, and then after that, it's just feature runs. Like,
do you got any other features coming up?
All the stuff with Bobby is pretty much feature based, but like other than that, like I'm trying to get with some, just trying to get with some people overall. I'm actually going to New York later this year to work with some artists out there too. Late August.
Okay.
So I'll be out there. I'm gonna be out there for a minute.
Cool. I'm gonna be out there in like late June.
Okay.
Late June.
Yeah. Shout out to Boston. Y'all in the finals?
What?
Y'all in the finals?
No, I'm hyped about that. Yeah. I'm gonna be out in Boston too. I do my East Coast. Sure. No, I'm hyped about that. Shout out to Celtics.
Hell yeah.
Shout out, was it Jaylen Brown?
Yeah, Jaylen Brown. Cal Berkeley. That's a Cal Berkeley kid.
Love them. Well, so here we have a game at Fake Radio where you choose one artist who you know in real life, personally, who you've never done a song with or never collaborated with. And then choose one person who you don't know, like dream collab type shit. That's
artists that I know and I've never collaborated with. I don't know if I know him. Can you do artists that you've met?
You can do one that you met.
Yeah. I met Thundercat like 3 weeks ago.
Met Thundercat?
I would love to do a Thundercat.
Okay. Yeah.
But if it was like an artist that I know, I was in Burbank.
You in Burbank?
So I was in Burbank. We were at we were at a restaurant over there, And I was walking into the parking lot, and he was just waiting for his homie to park. And I was like, bro, fucking Thundercat.
That's one. I've never met him in real life, but I feel like that's someone where it's like you just like you go and then you're like, oh, like that's Thundercat. Like you just know what he said. Like I ran into Smino. Like a few weeks at That Good Shit show. Shout out.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's Smino. Like you just no mistaken. Like
That good shit goes crazy too. Shout out to them. Yeah. A rapper that I really know though, I'm trying to see.
They've never done
anything with.
Yeah.
Man. I'm gonna shout out to KD the Poet.
KD the Poet, okay.
He's from the Bay Area. Yeah, KD the Poet's been going crazy in the Bay. Okay. I will say that. I will tell you that. Like he has a great live show. I want to get him to come down and do an LA show soon. Yeah. So, KD, we need you down here.
Yeah, shout out KD. Yeah.
I need you to get we gotta get some verses going too. Yeah. You already know. Yeah. So that's one for the people. And then if my dream collab, man, I'm gonna go with a Boston person. Che Ecru.
Che Ecru?
Yeah.
Bro.
Che Ecru.
You know what's up. You know what's up.
Che Ecru, me and him, I feel like we could like melodically go crazy together. I
see that.
You know what I mean?
She's underrated. See, even people in Boston don't know.
Exactly.
Like the Boston community is like, people don't even know he's from Boston.
Yeah.
Like, but I love Che Ecru. He's one of my favorite R&B artists.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that I've been like always like I've been noticing him shit since like 2015, 2016 because he's been underground for a minute.
For real.
So when he came out with his last like R&B projects, I was like, bro, like he does everything like I think I can do, but also too like he takes it a little further with his vocals. Like he's not afraid to take those chances. I am. I will say that.
He really knows how to like do the kind of stuff that they do in like Toronto with the kind of like auto crooning, but like kind of like experiment. But he does it like he's like very well written, and he really knows how to like go really crazy with it. I feel like a lot of but still make it like catchy. I first heard I heard of him because I like the cover of the one with backflip on it. I forget what.
Oh, okay, it's and like then, the question mark one, right?
Yeah. I heard that one, and then. When he started doing shit with like Baby Keem is when I was really like, okay, I gotta like pay attention to him. Yeah,
that Baby Keem once I heard he was with Baby Keem, I was like, oh, okay, he's getting up there. Like he's finna go crazy. He's like one of my favorite ones. I will say that. Yeah. It's either that dude or it's either Shay or Rex Life Raj.
Yeah, Rex Life, that he goes hard too.
Rex Life is from Berkeley out there. Shout out to Berkeley.
Got you, Berkeley. Yo.
So it'd be those two. Those two for like my dream collabs for sure.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Hey, thank you, bro.
You got any other final advice for the people out there?
Every day is a journey, and you have to get 1% better each day. Just keep going, keep progressing, no matter what. It's all about progression. So.
Yes, sir. Yep. Well, it's another episode of Fake Radio.
Yes, sir.
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
Shout out Jimmy K. Feds and the Squeak Squad. Rio Westside. Rax Kills.
Yes, sir. Peace.